Have you ever felt like there's more to life than what meets the eye? Like there's an unseen truth lingering just beyond the edges of your awareness? What if I told you that everything you've been taught about who you are, what you're capable of, and how the world works has only scratched the surface? This isn't just another philosophical idea. It's an invitation to step into a deeper understanding of reality, one that could transform the way you see everything. Because whether you realize it or not, you're on the brink of a spiritual awakening. And that awakening, it's the key to unlocking the life you've always dreamed of. Now, let's clear something up from the start. Spiritual awakening isn't about floating off into the clouds or living in a state of endless bliss. It's not about escaping reality. It's about seeing it clearly for the first time. It's about shedding the layers of conditioning, fear, and self-doubt that have kept you small. It's about remembering the truth of who you are, an infinite being with limitless potential. And here's the kicker: you've had this power all along. It's not something you have to earn or search for outside of yourself. It's already within you, waiting for you to wake up to it. The first step in this journey is understanding what awakening actually means. It's not a single moment of enlightenment where the clouds part and you suddenly get it. No, awakening is a process. It's a peeling back of layers, a continuous journey of realizing that the life you've been living is only one version of reality. From the moment we're born, we're taught to see the world through a narrow lens. We're told what to believe, how to behave, and who to be. And while this programming might keep us safe and comfortable, it also keeps us stuck. It keeps us disconnected from our true selves. The truth is, you've likely felt the pull of awakening already. Maybe you've started questioning why things are the way they are, why certain patterns keep repeating in your life, why you can't seem to find lasting happiness or fulfillment, no matter how much you achieve or acquire. These feelings aren't signs that something is wrong with you. They're signs that your soul is waking up. That little voice inside, the one that whispers, "There must be more than this," is your higher self calling you back home. But here's where it gets tricky. As you begin to wake up, your ego, the part of you that identifies with your name, your story, your successes and failures, will fight to maintain control. The ego loves certainty, and awakening shakes that certainty to its core. It's like stepping into a dark room and realizing the furniture isn't where you thought it was. At first, it's disorienting. You might feel lost, confused, even scared. But this is where the magic happens. Because in that darkness, you're given the chance to create something new, to see yourself and the world with fresh eyes. So, what exactly is the ego? Think of it as a filter. It's the voice in your head that constantly narrates your life, the one that says, "I'm not good enough," or "I need to prove myself," or "What will people think?" The ego isn't inherently bad, it's just limited. It sees the world through the lens of fear and separation, convincing you that you're small, that you're powerless, that you're alone. Awakening is about stepping beyond the ego and reconnecting with your higher self, the part of you that knows you are infinite, that you are connected to everything, that you are more than enough just as you are. This shift isn't about rejecting the ego or trying to silence it, it's about observing it without judgment. Imagine your ego is like a toddler throwing a tantrum. It's loud, demanding, and often irrational. But instead of getting caught up in the tantrum, you can step back and say, "I see you, I hear you, but I don't have to believe you." This simple act of awareness creates space, and in that space you'll find clarity, you'll find peace, you'll find yourself. But let's get practical, because all of this might sound a bit abstract. How do you actually begin this process of awakening? The first step is to look at your life and ask yourself one powerful question. What am I holding on to that no longer serves me? Maybe it's a belief that you're not good enough. Maybe it's a fear of failure, or a need for external validation, or a habit of staying small to make others comfortable. Whatever it is, recognize that holding on to these things is like carrying a backpack full of rocks. They weigh you down, sap your energy, and keep you from moving forward. But the moment you decide to put the backpack down, you set yourself free. This isn't just about letting go of the big obvious things. It's about releasing the subtle, everyday patterns that keep you stuck. It's about noticing when you're clinging to control, when you're resisting change, when you're operating from a place of fear instead of love. And it's about choosing, moment by moment, to let go, to surrender, to trust that life is unfolding exactly as it should, even if you can't see the full picture yet. Now, this idea of surrender can feel counterintuitive, especially in a world that glorifies hustle, control, and certainty. But surrender isn't about giving up, it's about giving in to the flow of life, to the wisdom of your higher self, to the knowing that you are always supported. Think of it like floating in a river. When you fight the current, you exhaust yourself. But when you let go and allow the river to carry you, you find that it's been guiding you all along. As you begin to let go, something remarkable happens. You start to see life not as something that's happening to you, but as something that's happening for you. You realize that every challenge, every setback, every heartbreak was placed on your path to help you grow, to help you wake up. This shift in perspective is what transforms pain into power, fear into freedom, and struggle into strength. It's what allows you to step out of victimhood and into your role as the creator of your reality. And this, my friend, is where the real journey begins. So now that you've taken the first steps, acknowledging the pull of awakening and releasing the things that no longer serve you, let's dive deeper into the nature of reality itself. Because to truly awaken, you need to understand one fundamental truth. Everything is energy. Everything. From the chair you're sitting on, to the emotions you feel, to the thoughts you think. At its core, it's all energy, vibrating at different frequencies. And here's where it gets exciting. You are not a passive observer in this energetic universe. You are a creator, constantly shaping your reality through the energy you emit. Think of it like tuning into a radio station. If you're vibrating at a frequency of fear, self-doubt, or lack, you're going to attract more of that into your life. But if you shift your energy to align with joy, gratitude, and abundance, you'll begin to experience those things in ways you never thought possible. This isn't just wishful thinking. It's a natural law of the universe. What you focus on expands. Your thoughts, your emotions, and even the words you speak send out energetic ripples that shape your reality. But let's be honest, this isn't always easy. It's one thing to say, just think positive, but when you're facing challenges, heartbreak, or uncertainty, positivity can feel out of reach. That's why the goal isn't to force yourself to feel good all the time. It's to become aware of your energy and gently guide it toward alignment. It's about recognizing when you're out of sync with, and one of the most powerful ways to do this? Your breath. Take a moment right now to notice your breath. Is it shallow? Is it rushed? Or is it deep and steady? The way you breathe is a direct reflection of your state of being. When you're anxious or stressed, your breath becomes short and uneven. But when you're calm and centered, it naturally slows down. The incredible thing is that you can reverse this process. By consciously changing your breath, you can shift your energy in an instant. Try it now. Inhale deeply through your nose, hold it for a moment, and exhale slowly. Do it again. Feel the way your body begins to relax, how the tension starts to melt away. This is the power of the present moment. And the more you anchor yourself in this space, the more you begin to tune into the deeper rhythms of life. And those rhythms, they're always guiding you. When you learn to listen, you'll notice that life has a way of showing you exactly what you need, exactly when you need it. Maybe it's a conversation that sparks an idea, a book that seems to fall into your lap at the perfect time, or even a challenge that pushes you to grow in ways you didn't think you could. These aren't coincidences, they're synchronicities, signs that you're in alignment with the flow of the universe. And the more you trust this flow, the more effortless life becomes. But let's address something that often gets in the way of trusting this process: resistance. Resistance is that invisible force that shows up as fear, doubt, or a need to control. It's the voice in your head that says, what if this doesn't work? What if I fail? What if I'm not enough? Resistance can feel like a wall, blocking you from the life you want to create. But here's the secret. Resistance isn't your enemy. It's a teacher. It's showing you the exact areas where you need to let go, where you need to heal, where you need to grow. The next time you feel resistance, don't fight it. Instead, get curious. Ask yourself, what am I afraid of? What story am I telling myself right now? Often you'll find that the resistance is rooted in a belief that no longer serves you. Maybe it's the belief that you have to do everything perfectly, or that you're not worthy of love, or that success is only for other people. Whatever it is, bring it into the light. Because once you see it for what it is, you can begin to release it. And with each release, you create more space for what truly matters: peace, freedom, and alignment with your higher self. This process of releasing and realigning is at the heart of spiritual awakening. It's not about achieving some lofty, unattainable state of enlightenment. It's about becoming more of who you already are. It's about peeling away the layers of fear, doubt, and conditioning to reveal the limitless being that's been there all along. And as you do this, something extraordinary happens. You begin to live authentically. Authenticity isn't about being perfect. It's about being real. It's about showing up as your true self, without the masks, without the need for approval, without the fear of judgment. It's about honoring your feelings, your desires, your boundaries. And when you do this, you give others permission to do the same. You become a light in the world, not because you're trying to be, but because your very presence inspires others to awaken to their own truth. But living authentically requires courage. It requires you to face the parts of yourself that you've been avoiding, to step into the unknown, to let go of the need to fit in or please others. And yes, it's uncomfortable. Yes, it's scary. But it's also the most liberating thing you'll ever do. Because when you live in alignment with your true self, you're no longer chasing happiness or fulfillment. They become your natural state of being. So, where do you begin? Start small. Take a moment each day to check in with yourself. Ask, am I being true to myself right now? Am I living in alignment with what feels right for me? And if the answer is no, don't judge yourself. Simply ask, what can I do to shift? Maybe it's setting a boundary. Maybe it's speaking your truth. Maybe it's letting go of something that no longer feels aligned. Whatever it is, trust that every small step you take brings you closer to your authentic self. And remember this. Spiritual awakening isn't about becoming someone new. It's about remembering who you've been all along. As you awaken to your authentic self, you'll begin to notice how much of life has been shaped by stories. Stories handed down to you by society, your family, and even your own past experiences. These stories tell you who you're supposed to be, how you're supposed to live, and what you're capable of. But here's the truth. They're just stories. And like any story, they can be rewritten. Think about it for a moment. How many times have you told yourself, I'm not good at this, or I can't change, or this is just the way things are? These are not facts, they're beliefs. And beliefs are nothing more than thoughts you've repeated so many times that they feel like truth. But the moment you question them, the moment you ask, is this really true, or is this just a story I've been telling myself? That's when you begin to break free. That's when you reclaim your power. This process of questioning your beliefs can feel uncomfortable at first. After all, we tend to cling to what's familiar even when it no longer serves us. But what if you gave yourself permission to let go of those old limiting beliefs? What if you decided right here and now to rewrite the story of your life? Not based on fear or doubt, but on possibility, on potential, on the infinite being you truly are. Imagine your life as a blank canvas. Up until now, maybe it's been painted with strokes of fear, self-doubt, or limitation, but today you hold the brush. You get to choose the colors, the shapes, the patterns. You get to decide what your life looks like moment by moment, choice by choice. This isn't about ignoring the challenges or struggles you've faced. It's about recognizing that those challenges are part of the masterpiece, the depth and texture that make the painting uniquely yours. One of the most powerful tools for rewriting your story is gratitude. And I'm not talking about the kind of gratitude where you force yourself to be thankful for things you don't really feel grateful for. I'm talking about genuine, heartfelt gratitude, the kind that shifts your energy and opens your heart. Gratitude isn't just a feel-good practice. It's a powerful tool for transformation. When you focus on what you're grateful for, you shift your vibration. You align yourself with abundance, joy, and possibility. Start simple. Right now, think of one thing you are genuinely grateful for. It could be as small as the warmth of the sun on your skin, the sound of laughter, or the breath in your lungs. Close your eyes and feel that gratitude in your heart. Notice how it softens you, how it expands your energy. This is the power of gratitude, and the more you practice it, the more you'll notice the beauty and abundance that's already present in your life. But let's take this one step further. What if you could cultivate gratitude not just for the good things in your life, but for the challenges as well? What if you could look at your struggles and say, thank you for teaching me, thank you for helping me grow. This doesn't mean you have to love every challenge or pretend it doesn't hurt. It means recognizing that even in the pain there is purpose, even in the darkness there is light. This shift in perspective is what allows you to move from victimhood to empowerment. When you stop asking, why is this happening to me, and start asking, what is this teaching me, you take back your power. You become the creator of your reality, not a passive participant. And as you step into this role of creator, you begin to see that every thought, every word, every action is an opportunity to shape your life. But creation isn't just about thinking positive thoughts or visualizing your dreams, it's about alignment. It's about bringing your thoughts, emotions, and actions into harmony with the life you want to create. Think of it like planting a garden. Your thoughts are the seeds, your emotions are the soil, and your actions are the sunlight and water that help those seeds grow. If you plant seeds of doubt or fear, that's what will grow. But if you plant seeds of love, joy, and possibility, the harvest will be nothing short of miraculous. Of course, this doesn't mean you'll never have negative thoughts or emotions. You're human after all. The key is not to suppress or ignore these feelings, but to meet them with compassion. When a negative thought arises, don't judge yourself for it. Instead, get curious. Ask, what is this thought trying to tell me? What part of me needs love or attention right now? By bringing awareness to your thoughts and emotions, you take away their power to control you. You become the observer, the witness, the creator. This practice of mindfulness, of observing without judgment, is one of the most transformative tools on the spiritual path. It allows you to step out of the chaos of the mind and into the stillness of the present moment. And in that stillness, you'll find clarity. You'll find peace. You'll find the answers you've been seeking. But mindfulness isn't just about sitting in meditation or focusing on your breath. It's about bringing awareness to every aspect of your life. It's about noticing the way you speak to yourself, the choices you make, the energy you bring into each moment. It's about living with intention, knowing that every moment is an opportunity to create, to grow, to align with your highest self. And as you deepen this practice, you'll start to notice something extraordinary. You'll begin to see the interconnectedness of all things. You'll realize that you're not separate from the world around you. You're a part of it, woven into the fabric of existence. This awareness brings with it a profound sense of responsibility, because if everything is connected, then every choice you make, every action you take, ripples out into the world. You have the power to create change, not just in your own life, but in the lives of those around you. So what kind of ripple do you want to create? What kind of energy do you want to bring into the world? These are the questions that guide the awakened life. And the answers, my friend, are already within you. You don't have to have it all figured out. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to take the next step. One moment at a time, one choice at a time, one breath at a time. As you take these steps, something remarkable begins to unfold. You start to feel lighter, freer, more connected, not just to yourself, but to everything around you. You begin to realize that the awakening process isn't about becoming someone new. It's about peeling back the layers of who you've been told to be so you can remember who you've been all along. It's about coming home to yourself, to the infinite, limitless being that's always been there, patiently waiting for you to wake up. But here's the thing. Spiritual awakening isn't a straight line. It's not a checklist you can complete or a finish line you can cross. It's a journey, a dance between expansion and contraction, between light and shadow. Some days you'll feel deeply connected, as if everything in the universe is aligned. And other days you'll feel lost, stuck, or even like you're moving backward. That's okay, that's part of the process. Growth isn't linear, and every step, no matter how small or uncertain, is a step forward. In fact, Those moments of struggle, the ones where you feel like you're stuck in the dark, are often the most powerful. They're what spiritual teachers call the dark night of the soul, a period of profound transformation where everything you thought you knew is stripped away. It's uncomfortable, it's disorienting, but it's also necessary. Because it's in the darkness that you discover your light. It's in the breakdown that the breakthrough happens. Think of it like a seed buried in the soil. From the outside it looks like nothing is happening, but beneath the surface that seed is breaking open, it's stretching, reaching, growing toward the light. And when it finally bursts through the surface, it blossoms into something extraordinary. That's what's happening to you. Even when it feels like nothing is changing, even when it feels like you're stuck, trust that you are exactly where you need to be. And remember, you don't have to go through this alone. Awakening is a deeply personal journey, but it's also one that connects you to others in profound ways. As you awaken, you'll start to notice kindred spirits. People who see the world as you do, who are walking their own path of growth and transformation. These connections aren't coincidences. They're reminders that you're never truly alone, that the universe is always supporting you, often in ways you can't yet see. One of the most beautiful aspects of spiritual awakening is the realization that your journey isn't just about you. As you heal, as you grow, as you align with your higher self, you create a ripple effect. Your energy, your presence, your light, it inspires others to do the same. You become a beacon, not because you're trying to be, but because your very existence radiates authenticity, love, and truth. So, what does it mean to live an awakened life? It doesn't mean you'll never face challenges or experience pain. It doesn't mean you'll have all the answers or never make mistakes. It means living with intention, with awareness, with an open heart. It means embracing the full spectrum of life, the highs and the lows, the joy and the shadow, the light and the shadow, knowing that all of it is part of the journey. It means showing up fully as you are and trusting that who you are is enough. But most importantly, living an awakened life means recognizing the power you hold, the power to choose your thoughts, to shift your energy, to create your reality, the power to let go of what no longer serves you and embrace what lights you up, the power to heal, to grow, to transform, and the power to love, not just others, but yourself. Because at its core, spiritual awakening isn't about seeking something outside of yourself. It's about remembering that you are the source, you are the light, you are the miracle. Take a moment now to let that sink in. Close your eyes if you can and place your hand on your heart. Feel the rhythm of your breath, the steady beat of your heart. This is your life force, your essence, your truth. No matter where you've been, no matter what you've gone through, this moment is yours. This is your time to awaken, to step into your power, to live the life you were always meant. And as you move forward from here, know this: you don't need to have it all figured out. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to take the next step, whatever that looks like for you. Maybe it's spending a few minutes in silence each day, tuning into your breath. Maybe it's letting go of a belief that's been holding you back. Maybe it's choosing kindness even when it's hard. Whatever it is, trust that every step you take is leading you closer to your truth. So, where will you go from here? What will you create? Who will you become? The answers aren't out there, they're within you, waiting to be discovered. And as you continue this journey, remember that you are never alone. You are connected to something infinite, something greater than yourself. Call it the universe, call it spirit, call it love. It doesn't matter. What matters is that it's here, now, guiding you, supporting you, loving you. This is your awakening, your journey, your life, and it's only just beginning.